Hey guys, welcome to the VOD. Today I will be doing a little bit of a um, patch note update from the alpha. Be going over the patch notes. We'll be talking the balance update that we put out to our alpha community and what that entails. So some exciting little beans in there. And other than that, just maybe doing a little bit of light development work tonight on classes. Let me actually hide this real quick, see what I got up on the database. Yep, that was a good call into hiding that one. Let me do this. Alright, that seems a little bit more clean. Hey, how's it going, AJ76? Good to see you. Swingburn, Majestic Tracks, Gunner Wolf, Vodka Soup, Jordan Ox. What's up? Amos4. How's everybody doing? Nell467. Grinding them orcs. Nice. Echo5, Red666, Evil Smer, Perez Dispenser. No numbers here. What's up? Tavish0. Manicotti, 8976. Helter Smelter. What's up, guys? Theron? Petty Rainbow. Good evening. Mr. Baracus. Yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of patch note goodness. Red666, thank you for the tier 1, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good night. Classic EverQuest, how's it going, buddy? Always good to see you. MMO Pug. Petty Rainbow, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Soba Man, what up? Anachronism 85, good evening. Decent Milk. Kai Kazam. Yo. Hamdrib, yo. Stinklol, yo. What works? Hey, yo. Redhawk, how's it going? Swingburn. Oh, I already got you. Jura 1989. Yes, I am back. I am back. Derelix, how's it going? Thank you for the prime, Nell467. Appreciate that. And thank you for the 100
Petty
bits.
Rainbow just cheered 100 bits.
Friday night, that's right. Are we kirking it up? So, no, I am back to being a non-caffeinated person. It's actually good for me, but I will tell you, I am fueled by a different Kirkland tonight. I had a Kirklandio Glizzy, and I downed that thing so fast and so efficiently with such technique. Like, Joey Chestnut would be, like, impressed. I had groceries and everything. I had my kid, and, like, then I just one hand down that thing, had my soda in one hand, my glizzy in the other hand, and I just went to town, you know? Yes, that's right, Thyron. That is right. Dude, because usually, like, you put on the ketchup and the mustard and the relish, and, like, it gets everywhere. You're like, like, I didn't get any, like, any of it on, you know, I didn't get any of it on my hand, till the end. But, yeah, so, yeah, he is sounding worse and worse, pretty much, no, yeah, no, nothing like that, Thyron, and not at all. So, yeah, that was good. Earlier in the day, had some chilaquiles. That was also delicious. Nah, that didn't happen, Swingburn. What's up, Blissful Death? What's up, Soldier's Fate? What's up, Warland? Sneers13, how's it going? Good to hear it's going, Derelix. Alright, so I guess we get into these patch notes. Not many patch notes from my side of things. because I've been working on kind of. So this has been my like content catch up week. So I've been doing so much class stuff and so much streaming and stuff. So I was like, oh, I gotta catch up on some secret work this week, some secret meetings, secret calls with Sean and Ollie and Sean and other people on the team. So yeah, it's been a little bit quiet from me for a little bit, but we back. So we did put out a patch on Elf. What was that, today? I can't even. The days are just. Oh yeah. Well, it was like 1:35 in the morning. 12:50 in the morning actually. So let's bring that up, shall we? Let's turn on the old display capture. Got Ollie some upgrades today on his druid. Nice. We can keep secrets. Any news or insight on the future of the cooking trade skill? No, but it's something that I'm pushing for to get completed. Or at least another pass on it, because the cooking went in years ago, and I'm sure that it needs a look. What game is this? This is Monsters and Memories. This is the indie MMORPG that I've been developing for the last... Well, actually, for me, it's been over 5 years now. It's been a little bit over 5 years. But we were such a small team back then. Now, the last few years, we've really kind of blown up as a kind of a company. We're almost up to 40 heads now, which is insane to think about. Never thought that would happen. So let me turn off the music in game because we're already listening to the OST. But yeah, it's indie MMORPG, kind of based on kind of the glory days of MMOs, in the pre-World of Warcraft days. Yeah. Please do. monstersandmemories.com, we do free play tests. And so on and so forth. So yeah, give it a try. It's definitely a community-based MMO, very social experience. Less so about, APM and intense mechanics, more about socialization and strategy and tactics and kind of creating an immersive world for you to participate in. Let's see. What's up, Moon Man? Hey Nick, glad you like my Night Harbor painting in the night sky. NWC can use it however you wish. Sean said the team liked it. Willing to sign a release for it. Vexforge, thank you, man. That is so nice of you. It's such a beautiful piece of work. Seriously, that is really chef's kiss. Great work on that. Fantastic. If you guys haven't seen, check out. Let me see. Can I just pull it up? Community content, right? Let me see. I posted it in our Slack. Oh yeah. Here we go. Let me get this on a tab here. Guys, get ready to behold. Look at it. Look at this. Great job, Vexforge. This is just... I may have to make this my desktop background. It's wonderful. I think community-made paintings are one of my favorite parts of the games, like Terraria. Yeah, community stuff is great. It really, really shows the passion of the communities, the community and the individuals in the community, and it shows off their talent too, which is awesome. She's a beaut, Clark. I'd hang that on my wall for sure. I might, yeah. I should get it, I should get it framed. It's like Van Gogh painted it? Yeah. Yeah, please do, Vexforge. Would love to see it. Looks handmade. Yep. It's acrylics on canvas. Want to do some in-game paintings now? Inspiring? Do it. It's great. Great to see this kind of stuff. So yeah. Today, again, we'll be going through the alpha patch notes. We'll be going through the balance update that Ollie has posted. So stuff that we're working on in the very near term or in the near future and is on our radar. Next playtest. Cool. Patch notes will be super heavy into necro updates. This is one. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I hate to be to disappoint you. There hasn't been class updates actually. There's been other updates. So I've been for the last week I've moved away from class updates to kind of catch up on some other content. It's more secret. It's kind of like a planning week and kind of like an aligning with the team week. Figuring out what we want to do, why we want to do it, things like this. Where can we view the patch notes? I'll be bringing them up here shortly. So let us actually do that. Let us actually do that. Then I can do this. Oh, this is old stuff. Sorry about that, Faith Fellowship fun. Drop some hints? I may be working on some abilities tonight, so that will be sufficient hint dropping, hopefully, AJ. Any thoughts on the int whiz that you're able to share? Yeah, so we talk about that. Will we be able to seam rip vests and shirts now? I'm gonna actually probably be doing that before the playtest and get that in, hopefully. Sean was throwing around the idea of a blood moon earlier. Sounded cool. Yeah, I've wanted to get that in for a real long time now. You know what's going to be crazy is we're actually going to be, from my understanding, like I'm pretty sure this is the case, but since we have waves now, and I think that like it's like all physics and server based now, or it's going to be soon. Like we could potentially have like huge waves that you like bob up on and stuff. It's gonna be really cool, I think. And like I don't know if we said that boats will be able to do that, but ideally, like you're sailing off to an expedition, and it's like waves are crashing, the boat's like, you know, going all crazy. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. Waves are an awesome sight. Yeah. There's still some things we need to tweak with the water, the new water. But yeah, it's a pretty cool upgrade. Valheim sailing was excellent because of that. Yeah. Love the new charm and mes effects. Yeah. Yeah, so we got some new VFX in for sure. So there's going to be a shipwright profession? Yeah. We're going to be having player-made ships at some point. New water is gorgeous. Thank you. Props to the Crest crew. That's one of the few assets that we've pulled into Monsters and Memories because it's just such a solid asset. might not. It's not worth spending time on it. To create our own when such a good one already exists, right? It's kind of like taking like, instead of using Unity's water, we're just using like a different water, right? Which is cool. Yeah, I'll show off the charm and mez effects. We also have new healing effects, but they that's another thing I need to maybe do is get the. I don't think the healing effects are on all the new abilities yet. So I may look at that tonight on stream. Is there a plan to have an in-game tutorial / starter quest to assist without the need for a new player's guide on release? Like an offline tutorial, perhaps, yeah. In-game tutorial, no. Or definitely no for a starter quest. We don't want like. We want like the quest that you do in the game to be part of the world, not like breaking the fourth wall. Like, hey, welcome to Monsters and Memories. How are you doing? Like, we wanted you to either have like the offline tutorial kind of thing that's separate, or we want you to look at the player guide, or just kind of figure it out. So we don't want any like any like arrows and shit when you log in. Glowing red skeleton that wanders the desert during the blood moon named Swingburn. Oh, Swingburn. Heartsock. Hi, Nick. Hope everyone. Hope the day is going well for everyone. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Heartstock? It's going good. Clippy won't show up on the side of the screen. No, Clippy will not show up. If Clippy showed up, I think Sean would lose it. Had a blast in the last test. Really loving the game you guys have made. Honestly, haven't been so excited for a game in a long time. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Namdrib. Yeah. Things are definitely hard if you don't know these types of games, but and not everyone's gonna have the patience to just like, oh, I'm gonna read the guide, right? Like, who reads a guide in 2025? But hopefully the like offline tutorial, when we get that going, will be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, having to ask other players, having to kind of figure things out, kind of part of the vibe. Hello, looks like you're trying to create a gnome. Would you like me to help you uninstall the game? Eminem Clippy? Yeah. What's up, Joanna Colt? All right, let's get into these patch notes real quick. Zoom in a little bit here. So we're up to patch 0.20.19.0, released this very night. This very early this morning, actually. About 2 a.m. on the East Coast. So, features. Housing has been added to Shallow Shoals. So if you were looking to get some housing on the playtest, you might want to head over to Shallow Shoals. I don't know the pricing on it, if you guys have enough currency, but...
Tormentor75 just cheered 5,000 bits.
Tormentor75! Thank you so much for the 5,000 biddies, man. Thank you so much for your continued generosity. Glad you're enjoying the stream, and welcome. And hope you're having a good night. Happy Friday. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know if you'll have enough currency to get the housing in Shallow Shoals, but check it out. Just got here? Can we restart the patch notes coverage? Yeah, it just started. We just read the first note. So housing added in Shallow Shoals. We finally have working metrics on numbers of parties on a server. So hooray for that, I guess. Yay us. Metrics are cool for us. And maybe at some point you. Balance. Corrected a long-standing issue with auto-attack damage calculation that caused many attacks to underperform. As a result of this fix, the average outgoing auto-attack from players will roll consistently higher, particularly at higher levels. Outgoing auto-attacks from enemies will also be slightly higher. You will no longer get skill-ups from failed harvest attempts. Melee abilities now use calculated melee range instead of a set range. When you have no target and a hostile entity attacks you, you will now automatically target that hostile entity. What's up, G Willikers? Does this decrease the number of misses? I don't know that it does, but I know that another change happened recently that may have decreased the number of misses, because there was like a certain range of levels below you that was actually meant to be a certain level of ranges above you where you started missing. Poor Mentor 75. Thank you so much for the 20 gift tier 1 subs. Dude. Thank you so much for the generosity. Like, it's really, really just so awesome. And thank you so much for supporting the stream, the game, the community, everything. It's so nice of you. Seriously. I really, really appreciate it. Game funded. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, dude. Like, seriously. That's so nice of you. All right. So, going back to the balance. Yeah. So some definite fixes coming in here for auto attack damage, both incoming and outgoing. But we're still not done with balance. Because I was actually spying on some groups last night. Or yesterday afternoon, maybe? I'm trying to remember when this was. I think yesterday afternoon on the alpha. And I was like, wow, these guys kill stuff really fast. And, wow, like, I think we may have to up the aggro range on some mobs. This is crazy. So, things will be getting harder. Let's put it that way. Things will definitely be getting harder. TTK will definitely be going up. Now, I don't want TTK to become glacial. Like, that has always been my great worry about this game, is, like, I don't want you to just, like, pull a mob or, like, 2 mobs, and then suddenly I'm, like, taking, like, 2 minutes to kill this mob, and then I take 2 minutes to kill another mob, and it's, like, really, really easy, but really just boring. Like, spongy, right? I would rather you try to pull something, get, like, 4 or 5 mobs, have to CC a bunch of crap, and then, you know, the TTK is maybe like 35 to 45 seconds, maybe 30 to 40 seconds, you know, depending on level, of course, depending on what you have in the group. But like, and then the damage should be significant that there's actually downtime. So I was looking, and like, this guy, the healer had full mana. The, you know, pets are still doing a little too much damage, I feel. So, and players are doing more damage than I really expected. And now we have some things coming in to kind of address damage, right? Like, we're going to be looking at weapon balance. We're going to be looking at gear kind of balance and whatnot. So, yeah, TTK does need a little more, especially at the high end. I was looking at a group, like kind of like a full group setup, 50 plus, right? Killing level 50 mobs. So that definitely was too fast and too easy in my book. No one likes bullet sponges? Yeah. Well, I get, depending on how spongy we're talking, but yes. I like bullet sponges under the right circumstances. Exactly, Salty Soldier. That's exactly what I'm saying. Dots feel a little lackluster. Yeah, dots. Well, what about the 30-second dots? I feel like you guys don't think the Deluge line on Necros is pretty good? I think that's pretty good, but I could be wrong. Some of the dot lines are very bad though, like snare, like the dark swirling shadows line, the snare for Necro Shadow Knight, is very very low. Probably going to be adding another dot line to
Tvintha
Necros.
just cheered 100 bits.
Hey Tvintha, thank you for the 100 biddies. You said coming in late. Are these notes posted anywhere for those without alpha access on the Discord? No, they're not. But you'll be able to review them kind of on the stream. I'll actually go through them so there you have like a VOD reference. Need another dot or two, possibly a disease. Yeah. Heat blood or splurt. Yeah. Slows cost too much mana. So we're going to be doing so. Let me just continue with the notes because a lot of details will be unveiled. So yeah, we've talked balance now. Let's go down to VFX. VFX. New healing VFX. Maybe we bring it up. So this is not completed yet, but we did a little bit of a glow up of the healing VFX. Definitely a lot more sparkly now, and that is new. Let me get the volume up a little bit here. Very shiny, yeah, very cool. Oh, it's still kind of low, but on my end at least. So yeah, and then this isn't. So this is exceptional heal. Oh, actually, this did get fixed. I'm gonna have to check this out on our staging server where we have our public test release candidate patch and make sure that this got there. I don't know that it did. This may need to actually be pulled into the build itself. This might not make the playtest. I'm not 100% sure, guys. I was not expecting that, though. I thought that was... It's pretty cool. So I can also show you the new... Let's do like a mesmerize. Oh, hold on. Oh, wow. I'm seeing this for the first time. This is actually a huge improvement from where we started with this. Yo. What? You're actually seeing my live reaction to this. This is fantastic. Damn. Okay. Cool. It's wild. Yeah, like John, you have I haven't even seen this. We haven't even seen this. So here, let's just quickly look at like what it looks like when I'm casting it, right? Very cool. So yeah, let me go to the yard real quick, the old yard. And let's see what Charm's all about right now. So let's cast Charm. Okay, that's Charm. Nice. So that's the effect that Charm is gonna have. Pretty cool. Let's look at it close. For some reason, to me, it feels a little WoW fear-esque. So I wonder what our fear will be. Oh, it already wore off. I guess our charm balance patch is hit, clearly. But still, this looks dope. I like the direction. You think of the laughing skull with fear? Yeah, that's my concern, is that it is actually pretty reminiscent of the... Slightly reminiscent of the WoW fear, right? But it is also kind of doing its own thing, too, right? And still, I love these sparkles. The sparkles look fantastic. So yeah, maybe there's something that we can do, because, like... That would be my only concern. Otherwise, like, in a vacuum, say WoW doesn't exist, this is great. But that's my only thing. But yeah, Mesmerize, man, and both Mesmerize and Charm just look great. I love it. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so new movement speed VFX. Okay, all right, let's try it out. Oh. So it's kind of just a glow up of the kind of style that we had. Nice. I believe that's the case. Yeah, this is definitely new. Derpalurp 5040, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. What spell is that for? So that is for movement speed buffs, and other buffs like strength and stuff. It's speed of the wild and whatnot. Reminds me a lot of EQ, just way better. Thank you. Mention charm nerf / adjustments. I don't know that that's the case. I was kind of just kidding because it broke so fast, but maybe something has changed. Will Mez stay the same? I hope so. Mez is like, dude, here. If you haven't seen Mez, if you just got here, I love that purple smoky effect. That is so... And then the like rainbowy like lines. That's... God. Thank you, Archer. This is so... Oh my god. I just want to eat. I want to take these off the screen and eat them. Like, I feel like they would be like very sugary tasting. Any keys going out today? Yes, keys will go out today. Keys will go out today. All right, so let's see. What else do we got here? New rain VFX. I'm guessing that means rain. Let me see daytime. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Literally, too much. Guys, it started raining and now we're swimming. Oh, I know what happens. I bet you I know what happens. So if I turn off the rain, am I gonna stop swimming? What's going on, guys? Squirrel 1210. Thank you for the tier 1. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a showstopper. This is gonna be a showstopper, guys. This is called a critical bug. Well, I guess maybe it's just during certain little portions of the zone. So maybe the impact is not that crazy. But Barrows 267, thank you for the prime. Yeah, it looks like only this area so far. Sorry guys, let me explore this newfound issue. That's bizarre. That's a bizarre one for sure. Rayland 2Cav, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifties. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much for your generosity. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Oh no, Tavish. Delete the rain incoming? Yeah, I don't know. That was weird because I think I just hit that specific part of the zone. So I think unless the rain is for like one of the spells that we're gonna be doing. But I think what happened with the rain is it's just slightly more visible. Although I think ideally long term, it'd be cool if we made the rain more dense and more like even more visible. But I don't know the performance implications on that stuff, and yeah. So, but cool nonetheless. And new shadow summoning VFX. So is that like skeleton pet? Is that new, guys? That kind of looks like something we've already had, but maybe it's just kind of a glow up of it. Looks different? Glow up? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a glow up to me. That's very cool. Very cool. Here, let me actually type in this. I should probably... And then, yeah. Oh, wait. Is this new, too? Having the actual, like, shadow effect for the snare on these guys? Because I know I added, the snare effect on all the snares. I think it might have gotten replaced with this new, for the Swirling Shadows line. Looked green before? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Okay. So that is really, really cool. I am so excited because, like, oh my god, the VFX are so good. I love it. I'm so excited. All right. Cool. Well, that was a fun little demonstration. Environment. Fixed water bugs with the new water. Implement new water in more zones. Various fixes to Night Harbor, Keeper's Bite, Glass Flat, Sangreet, Strand, Telekir. They fixed the seafoam. Yes, that is the case. We did fix the seafoam. Let's go look at the water. Let's just go peep it for fun. So one thing we want to do is probably make like the waves extend further out a little bit. And then, yeah, we're still probably going to be making some tweaks to the water. I'm a big stickler on the water. So, but yeah, this is like really neat. And yeah, we're gonna have like physics controlled water basically. So like if there's a big tidal wave, you'll like you know. What's up, Viro? Yep. Not much, man. Just going over these patch notes, checking out some new changes. Dude, the new mesmerize VFX is bonkers. Like, watch this. If you just got here, this is just... So good. I love this. Alright. Okay, okay. Kama 77 TW, thank you for the tier 1. And Epoxia 7, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate that, guys. Glad you're enjoying the stream. So yeah, let's get back to these patch notes. So allegedly the water bugs have been fixed. We've implemented new zones, various fixes. Trees in Evershade Grove, Evershade Wield should be, and Keeper's Bite. So what's actually up with that? I haven't seen that. Legally distinct Tallywhacker. This is ruby armor actually. As you can see, it's totally Fashion Quest armor. As you could see, my sick 4 AC. Wait, my pet's in the ground. Oh, I think that's just because I use GM. Alright, let's see. Trees. Did the trees get changed? They look a bit different. I thought. Smaller ones. GM's dev needed their own class. Demigod. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Assyrian? Asteranian. Asteranian. Did I get it right? What's up, Derp Alert? Next month is about to be so rad. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Good job, Emmy. Good job. Good evening, the Rob Grave. Took the boat during the last test. Let me tell you, there's some things I'm really looking forward to exploring that I saw along the way, like the floating castle. Yeah. My Eternal League yet? No, unfortunately. I'm just a casual dad pugger, and I'm in Champion, but I haven't had as much time to play as I wanted, and pugging as DPS is, you know, hit or miss, right? But especially with the long queues, the pugging as a DPS in Fellowship, the queues are sometimes 20 minutes in Champion and above. So it's just like, okay, cool. I guess I'll work on monsters and memories for 20 minutes and then do my dungeon. And then, oh, everybody leaves or we fail. Cool. Yeah. Evershade owns? Yeah. This is Evershade Wield. This is the home of the Wood Elves. You can see the Wood Elf city of Phalendril throughout the zone. So yeah, I guess some tree adjustments were made. Nice, Scumhawk. Hard to code and get pulled away, then come back, though. Sometimes you need continuous thought. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, if I'm already, like, setting aside time to, like game or whatever, it's like, oh, this is just bonus time. You know? While I'm in queue. Is it just me or the trees textures look different? Yeah, so according to the patch notes, there's been an update to them. So, pretty cool stuff. Zone is looking nice. What's up, Spooey? Love that zone. Visited on my Wood Elf the first time a couple days ago. Jumped off a ledge into some water and went splat. Was so funny. Nice. Nice, Petty Rainbow. Healed for the first time on WoW Anniversary Realm. Always wondered if I could do it. It turned out to be one of the easiest things I ever did. Maybe it is just that game. Yeah, I mean, WoW Classic is not too intensive. It's definitely a little bit of a step up from from like the very old school MMOs, but as long as you're pressing your buttons on GCD, you're probably doing well. You're pressing the right button. Hey yo, Sinras, what's up? Which working on today? What's up, Darkwind? We're actually going through the patch notes, so we're just checking out this note here: the trees in Evershade, Wield, and Keeper's Bite. Maybe I check Keeper's Bite as well. This looks pretty much the same as it was, I thought. But maybe I'm wrong. Something about the lighting in this zone that feels weird to me. Keeper's Bite, Black Tide, Orc Cave, so dark. Yeah, Lantern is definitely dim in there. It's coming along. It's probably better than it used to be, but not. It still needs work. This looks like the old water, I think. So maybe the new water hasn't hit here yet. We're still doing like a lot of work on this zone. This zone is still has a lot to go too. Looks like we've got the pathing fixed over here, though. That's good. Like if I do this. Yeah. That's good. Worms getting, Cave Darkness get fixed? That was wild. Yeah, I believe it has. Which zone is my favorite? What do I usually say on this one? I'm trying to remember. Worms Bane, I'm kind of partial to Worms Bane because of all the work I put into it. Alright, so let's see. Rothold, that's right. Yeah, Rothold is pretty sick. The cave seems a lot less dark, and there isn't that pop. Seems reasonable. It's not like... It's not as dark as it used to be. But I think it works. So if I, like, do some crazy stuff, like, there is, like, a... Yeah, turning your camera doesn't do that pop anymore. It like, kind of fades in. Yeah, so Fantasy Freak, what the issue with Unity is they don't really have a good solution for global illumination. We attempted to use their major solution for it, which was lighting probes, and it turned out they were like, screw it, we're not doing it anymore, and then they are now pivoting to another solution. If there was anything that we wanted another engine for, it would definitely be the lighting solution. I know Godot has a really nice... I think we imported like Night Harbor into Godot, and we found out that you can like press like 2 buttons and have like good global illumination in like 5 seconds. But yeah, Unity still a lot to be desired there in their lighting department. So it's just kind of like a matter of a waiting game, and then using what we can use, which is, this is kind of more of like a smoke and mirrors type thing, right? Where you're entering like a volume post-process volume, as opposed to there being some kind of like actual global illumination setup that like accurately does like real-time lighting or whatever in like cave areas or indoors inside buildings and whatnot. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm definitely not one of the like super Unity tech guys or anything, but that's my understanding of things. Just press the good lighting button? Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get back to the patch notes. I always get like so like scatterbrained and like never keep going with the patch notes. Yeah, so we just talked about it. Adjustment, or we're just in here. Adjustment to environment in Wormsbane Cave and Night Harbor. Adjustment to environment in Upper Saman. That may still need a tweak. I was just there, but we'll have to look at that one. Ambient sounds for Ancient Crypt. New music for Evershade Wield, should be, not Grove. New props for Scarwood. The safe spot in Grimtide Sanctum has been changed. Interesting. Fixed a culling issue in Keeper's Bite. So there you have it. Guys, we finished the environment section. Should we just pop off a quick giveaway? Would that be cool? Should we just pop one off real quick? Let's see here. All right, hold up. Oh, hold up. Let's do that. Let's do this. Oh boy, that swimming, man. We gotta figure that one out. This is not the hot spot in the game to have a water issue. Maybe this is like a dev thing. I should check on staging. But let me get that streamer giveaway thing popping up. Okay. We'll do a few keys tonight, but we'll start with a one bomber. We'll just hit start on that. Okay, so exclamation point giveaway is active. So you guys start doing your little entries. And then wow, that's a lot of people. Here, do that. Already 100 entries, crazy. Okay. Let's do that. And let's go back to the patch notes for a little bit while you guys are doing that thing. So fixes. Fix some situations where buff icons can get lost. Profanity list updated. Corrected a bug where NPCs, including pets, will fail to trigger certain weapon procs. That's cool. That's good. So proc weapons for your pets. And to be used against you by NPCs. Haterade 626. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate that, buddy. Hope you're having a good time. And Augustus 424. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Hope you guys are enjoying. So yeah. I run dual. Thank you for the prime. Closing the tracking window will no longer clear your tracked entity. So you could track something, close the window, and you don't have to have it on your screen. Zoning will now clear out old entries in the tracking window, so that's a nice little fix. Just in case, 4710. Thank you so much for the prime. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Beneficial cone abilities such as healing light should now choose targets more correctly and intuitively. Cool. Still need to look at the balance on this. This may just need a cooldown. So, yeah. It's pretty strong without a cooldown, let's be honest. Aura type abilities such as Elementalist pets will now correctly remove their buffs when the source is removed. Nice fix. Yeah, sometimes the Elementalist pet auras would linger. Speaking of track, I somehow managed to learn track on my shaman while out in Evershade? Really? Uh-oh. There's a bug. Tracking accessible to other classes. I'll take a look at that. And then we'll try to remove it from people that shouldn't have it. Fix status colors on health bars from not appearing appropriately after a client reloads or zones. Cool. So, like, different debuffs that color your health bar a different thing. Fix timer when inspecting the rested state. All other states do not have timers. Make a campfire real quick. See what that is exactly supposed to be. Can you get your copper back? No. I apologize, but no. You knew better when you trained that with that copper that, you know? Any chance of a one-time swap, race swap for characters? We're probably not going to be doing that, Manicotti. But if things change on that, we'll let you know. Go over to that ruins area with the broken down buildings out in front of Wormsbane and make it rain there. I fell through the world during the early October playtest. Interesting. Oh, I guess this is... Okay, so... Maybe that's what it meant. What race were you, by chance, Tormentor? Halfling? I'm gonna make a note to check that out. Stuck showing 57 seconds? Yeah, it doesn't dynamically update, right? Oh, wait. You're saying this. Yeah, let's see what happens when it fills all the way up. Wait, what if I leave the area? Yeah, so it'll tick down and then come back. I mean, I think that's technically not a bug. I think that's just, you know... I don't know that that's actually a bug. I think it's just how it accumulates. And then, like, if you let it tick down a bit and then come back and accumulate some more, it accumulates at a certain... I could be wrong on this, but... Started when I opened the tooltip. I think it's when I left the area. So I let it tick like that. But I could be wrong. Let's see. I'm guessing this goes to 20. And then it's fine. Yeah. So, see, when I leave the area, it starts ticking. Yeah. That's good. All good, though. Appreciate having a good eye for this stuff. Alright, how many minutes has this giveaway? Well, we'll give it a few more minutes on the entries. Let's move on with the patch notes. Dragging and dropping a tab into empty space when it's a standalone window will no longer make the chat tab disappear. If there is no valid target, the drop will do nothing. Interesting. Oh, okay, I see. So this used to just delete the window. So, or like if it was attached to this, it'll drop it. But if you do this again, it won't delete the window. That's cool. I'll check it, Outliers. I do probably have some outstanding whispers. Definitely some outstanding Discord DMs. So apologies, but I'll check. So let us look at art. Fixed seams in helms. Cool. I guess I don't really have a helm. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Nice. There used to be like a little crease back here. It looks like... Here, can I disable my backpack, actually? That's a thing, right? Graphics? Hide all? Wait. Oh. Hide helm. Okay, and there's a hide helm one. Separately from that. So yeah, it looks like that seam, or like kind of crease in the back is no longer a thing. That has been plaguing us for a while. This guy looks awesome. Let's put all that stuff back on. Wow, it has to be annoying to get like 10,000 messages a day. Some days it is, some days it isn't. Will monsters and memories have magic monsters that require magic weapons? So the concept that I kind of came up with for that is that depending on... There's like a hidden magic rating on your magical items. And instead of it being a one-size-fit-all, it's kind of like a hidden like stat. And depending on that, so if you have a magic weapon and you have enough like magical rating, essentially, then you'd be able to hit a magical creature. Dude, I have to just get out of this water. This is nuts. We gotta go out on the dry land up here. It's like as soon as my ears perk up, some juicy info and ad comes on. I should start multicasting on like different streaming platforms so that people don't miss anything. I really apologize for that, guys. I had no part in the adpocalypse on Twitch, and I greatly apologize for that. I really should maybe just like monitor the ads more. Or figure out something to do. Kojak, thank you for the Prime. And Swartz92, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. YouTube Mirror wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, I could always multicast onto the Monsters and Memories channel. That'd be pretty cool. Chicken Plucker, how's it going, bud? 4DMK, how's it going? Good to see you guys tonight. But you have to plan it and click the button. Yeah, I just never clicked the button before yet on those other things. So, all right, let's look at this again. Why? The tab container alpha was reduced to 0 for a more appeasing look. Drag and drop tabs will still function correctly. Wait, did I just read that? No, I read this. The dark background behind the tabs is now Alpha 0. Yeah, on the chat bar. Used to fill out the space to the right of the tabs. Gotcha. Oh, this. Yeah. That was bugging me. I totally forgot about that. It looks so natural that I forgot that it was even an issue, but it was bothering me. Yeah. Ruby armor looks good. Yeah, love it. Content. The Bloody Nose and Concrete Strand have called in some mystical reinforcements. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You guys better figure that one out. Goblin claim jumpers no longer collect ears from their Bloody Nose cousins. Well, that's good. The Dole mining pick should now be dropping from the appropriate NPCs. The Dole mining pick no longer can be used to start or fuel a campfire. So there you have it. Those are the latest alpha patch notes. Not anything too crazy. Some nice fixes. Some long-term issues that we've corrected. Definitely the VFX is like a standout. Like, this is awesome. UI fixes are always good. Art fixes are always good. Bug fixes always good. Balance fixes definitely always good. And, you know, content's cool too, right? Not that it's like the biggest content drop that we've done, but... Oh, you know what? I actually did forget some content. So I actually have... Ignore this for a second. Additional patch notes and hotfixes. I need to actually add on to this. Content. Grimtide Sanctum has updated... Oh, sorry, not the Grimtide. Glass Flats has updated... God, I don't know what I'm typing. Glass Flats... The Fangard Keep in Glass Flats has received an itemization pass. So definitely check out Fangard Keep in Glass Flats if you haven't already. Oh, I forgot that this big giveaway thing's on the screen. Let's run it, guys. Let's just run it. Let's run it. It's been long enough. Pick winners. Mantis Verdant. Mantis Verdant. Congrats. Whisper me your M&M account, email, and Discord. So, guys, we're going to be doing some more giveaways, so don't touch that dial. We are going to be doing some more giveaways. The night is still young. It's Friday. It's Friday. What do you got to do? What do you have got to lose? You know? But yeah, Mantis Verdant, please send me your info and I'll get you into the alpha. For DMK, we're going to be running another. Don't you worry. So let me get Mantis Verdant on the no call list. And then, no, we put him on the winners list. AKA the exclusion from future giveaways list. But hey, you won, so, you know, you're good. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some more giveaways. Oh, no worries, Koala. Have a good night. Additional patch notes and hotfixes. Content. Almost all the name spawns in the game have been updated to make their combat, balance, and immunity flags more consistent. Yeah, this is what I was working on last night. I hotfixed it overnight, so if you are in the alpha, this should now be hotfixed. It wasn't there with the initial patch. Fix certain guards being set to the PvP version on the PvE servers. So if you saw the guards running around very fast, that was now fixed. So yeah, the Fangard Keep in Glass Flats has received an itemization pass. check it out. There should be a good amount of items there. Like, pretty solid amount. Anything specific that was very off with that? There's a lot of named NPCs that were not up to par difficulty-wise, and could be, like, charmed and mezzed and stunned, and like, there's just a lot of inconsistency, right? Like, name to get thrown in, and then, you know, there isn't like a, I mean, there is kind of like a standard for that, but sometimes people forget, or, you know, just bugs, right? But luckily, I could just look at the database. I've been tagging like all of our rares in the database, so that not only can we easily figure out what needs like additional itemization, but also just to have like kind of a record of all the names. And the naming consistency in the database hasn't been great, so it's not like we can just be like, you know, look at the IDs and figure it out. So I've been going through each zone and tagging NPCs. Some of the busy work that I've been doing this week, essentially, but it's very necessary work. And yeah, we've been looking at itemization more closely, and things like this. And so there'll be more information in this balance update that that Ollie has put together. So yeah. So itemization, loot table adjustments for basic armor and weapon tiers. So now, the highest tier that you will see is steel will be dropped. Well, you will see some mithril, and potentially higher eventually, but mithril's like 60 plus now. So this is, I went through these, got these in, I got these changes made, so, yeah, the basic armor and weapon tiers for all armor and weapon types, have had their loot table levels adjusted, basically. And then, same deal for the humanoids who drop gems. So, like, you won't see the, like, mithril tier jewelry gems dropping off of, like, the same level mobs. You won't see that till, like, 60 plus now and stuff like that. Cobalt and adamantium will have for the most part, most people aren't going to be seeing them, but let's just say, like, they're end game. They're high level, very high level end game drops and gatherables and such. So, you know, you'll see eventually. But in general, the normal, like, level 1 to 60 band and the initial end game content will not have much of that. Fellowship is so hard I want to cry. Yeah. That kind of gameplay is definitely challenging, G Willikers. It takes some getting used to, but I believe in you. I think if you have the desire to figure it out, I'm sure that you can figure it out. Does this mean that bronze isn't going to be dropping from level 14 all the way to 28 mobs? So Mazov, in general, we want, there was a desire by the team for there to be less tiers, and for the basic, like, rusty drops and tarnished drops, or not drops, but like upgrading to tarnish, and the weapons also that drop to be weaker, because players in the alpha essentially can start out and they can just get cobalt, or not cobalt, but they could get like mithril or like steel weapons really easy, right? Or even like iron. And these weapons have traditionally scaled like really nicely. So technically you don't even need to get any name drops at all. We want these drops to be more like filler, kind of trashy drops that aren't that great. Not only that, we want to make sure that they're costly to buy off merchants, so that it's kind of not worth it, really. But we still want you to be able to loot a weapon off a mob. Like, say you're on a corpse run, and you can loot some weapons and armor off a mob. Like, that's cool. Like, we want weapons to drop. We just don't want them to be really powerful and really easily obtainable, ruining the entire progression paradigm of the game. So that's been some of the reason. We also want to make crafting more challenging, but also in some cases more rewarding. So like if you craft like a fine steel plate set of armor, like that's gonna be a lot better than just getting the rusty or tarnished. That's gonna be, you know, like it's gonna be cool from like a fashion sense. It's gonna have good AC, things like this. And then there's also gonna be new crafting that's like some stat gear, but it's not gonna be all encompassing. So you can't just get a full set of crafted gear, right? Or full set of crafted stat gear. You're gonna be able to get like a few pieces per tier, and you know that'll be that. Very similar to kind of like I would say classic WoW, where like you can craft. Well, I guess with classic WoW you can craft maybe a full set of like stat gear, but the stat gear sucks, so you don't really use it. But then there's like those like blue recipes that you can get like a few good pieces, like the tailoring stuff comes to mind. So there's going to be some stat gear that you can acquire from trade skills, but it's not going to be like I'm going to get all my gear from trade skills, because you're only going to be able to get a few pieces from that per tier. And there's going to be more on that in the balance update as I read it. But anyways, that's pretty much just what has happened. Is AC the main stat for tanks? It's definitely one of the main stats, I would say. Did I hear that somewhere that bows will be craftable? Yeah, they'll be craftable at some point soon. Making mithril weapons and armor as a level 8 player was too OP? Yeah. Yeah, not desired armor, but like still, like if it's a fresh server experience, like having full rusty bronze armor is still pretty cool, right? Like, because if you're not a crafter, if you don't have any other cool gear, then still looting the bronze is like an iconic moment for you, right? But it's not going to be, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to be like late when the game is more developed out, and or not developed out, but like as the server ages, and like that armor isn't gonna like just easily trickle down to like level 1 characters anymore, and then like kind of imbalance the early game and stuff like that, right? Like sure, there's gonna be some degree of that, but it's not gonna be overpowering and overwhelming and just invalidating all the name drops that you go through, right? The named gear needs to feel stand out. The named gear and the crafted gear. The rusty and tarnished gear. So we're going to probably maintain the tarnishing system. But like, if you're upgrading a piece of crap gear to like slightly less crappy, it's not going to be like, you know, we're very much crunching down the stats so that rusty and tarnished are not overpowered, essentially. Crafting will still be very useful, Drodak, arguably more useful than before, but the rusty drops, and the rusty drops is what we're talking about. And then like tarnishing, while it's cool that you can do it and you can make your number go up a little bit, it's not going to be like this overpowering thing. It's just going to be something that you can do to do some upgrades, however minuscule they may be, right? So yeah, definitely crafting is going to feel, I think, better soon, and not as overpowering, but still good, right? Any idea the percent difference between something like crafted iron BP and a rusty equivalent. We haven't honed in those exact numbers yet. Runaf is in a crazy crunch right now for his main job and project that he works on. But we're going to be talking with him as soon as we can about that and getting those changes into the alpha. So yeah. Exactly, Mazov. That's the idea. Torch recipe. Now creates handmade torch. Not yet a hotfix on the alpha. What's up, Dragon USMC? How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you're having a happy Friday. Hope all is well with you. Thank you for the tier 1, by the way. So those changes won't be in the November playtest. The Rusty and Tarnish changes will not. But the tier changes and the levels that they drop will be. Currently at work on break? Hey, I'm glad that my stream can be there for you at least. But hope you have a good shift. Hope you don't have to too much work. Was that 100% fixed and Mithril is supposed to be 60 plus or 50 plus? So initially there was a bug with it that has since been hot fixed. If Mithril is not 60 and up currently, then it's a bug still. But I believe I corrected that bug. So after the patch, people may have been seeing Mithril still on 50 plus. Better do a key giveaway before his break is over? Dragon, are you in the alpha yet? Yeah, he's in. Perfect. So we don't have to do the giveaway just yet, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I've flagged so many accounts, but I still feel like I remember that. Red 13 isn't? Well, that's because you hate fighters, Red 13. If you didn't hate fighters, then I think you'd be in the alpha. All right, do we run another? Do we run another quick giveaway? Do people actually hate fighters? Fighters are crazy good. I think they're a little bit envious of fighters. Now you came around, you promise? You're playing fighter last playtest? Perfect. Yeah, because Red 13 is a fighter. Isn't he? Alright, let's get this giveaway underway. Yeah, they're pretty good. Really enjoying Paladin? Nice. Paladin has some fun stuff. If I get to it tonight, I may add some Paladin abilities tonight. Wow. When fighter charge gets all the gank worked out, I'll play one? Yeah. So you're saying it's a little janky? It took a lot of my feedback for fighters earlier this year? Maybe. I see stuff and then I like maybe subconsciously implement it. Also playing Paladin? Love Pally, it's my jam. Nice, Epoxia. Yes, more Paladin stuff, please. Got it. Yeah, there's some cool stuff coming to Paladin for sure. It has some like cooldowns and various things. Damn, I'm over an hour late. What's up, Lazy Lions Den? Hey, if any of you are late, let's just look at the mesmerize effect again, because that was fun, huh? Here. So this is the cast VFX. And that's what it looks like on the target. It's fun. I love that. Looks clean? Yeah. It's dope. All right, while that giveaway is going, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this kind of patch note drop, which is... Oh, sorry. Did I mention this part? Torch recipe now creates the handmade torch. Crude torch renamed crude handmade torch. So torches were too pricey. People were making them. People were selling them. The reason why the price was so high is because we wanted the merchant bought torch to be kind of pricey, right? But if you make a handmade torch, like, or crude handmade torch, like, that's relatively easy to make. So, like, you got to be really desperate if you're buying the torch off the vendor, I would say. So now the handmade torch has a lower price relative to what the original torch was. So sorry, people that were making money off torches. Your margins have been cut. Your margins have been cut. Ollie's note lately have been bangers. Yeah, Ollie is just like, his passion is just, it's evident. Ferret was abused hard. Torch economy torched. Rich get richer. Poor torch salesmen's pushed further down. Yeah. All right. So let's get to the good stuff. This is gonna be a long one, so I'm gonna try to get through this. I'll try to comment along the way. State of balance. Previous changes / concerns updates. On pets. We're still evaluating pet balance. They are likely to change as we make additional TTK adjustments. So yeah, pets are still going to be changed. On melee damage. Melee damage fix went in this patch. As expected, TTKs are quite fast at the moment. We will be increasing TTKs. TTK is generally too fast, and mobs will gain additional HP. On group experience. After adjusting TTK, we will be looking at increasing 4 to 6 man group experience bonuses. So yeah, you guys keep asking for it. We're gonna buff 4, 5, and 6 man group experience. We just didn't want to do it all at once because we're slowly kind of figuring stuff out, right? We don't want to make too many changes all at once. We want to be iterative, but not like sweepingly iterative, right? We want to do one little thing, then one other little thing, and see how all these effects impact things, right? So, just trying to be careful. On named mobs. Many named mobs are being rebalanced to have more consistent difficulty and immunity flags. Nick is working on this as we speak and will be patched in before the public test. We already talked about that below. Many named that don't have a guaranteed drop will be having their loot tables adjusted. So, if a mob has a placeholder, it will have a guaranteed drop. If a mob doesn't have a placeholder, it will not have a guaranteed drop. Hope this makes sense. Because if you're getting a spawn every time, it not only will it not have a guaranteed drop, but it'll probably have a longer respawn time as well. That's kind of be the rule of thumb for things. But yeah. Respawn times. Respawn times are likely to be looked at after finalizing mob densities, TTK, and difficulty balance works. So, there is some concern by some of us that respawn times may be too fast. However, I kind of like the fast, like, EverQuest respawn times were like kind of absurd, right? Like 22 minutes or like, what was it? Like, hold on. Like Sol B and like Lower Guts, like 22 minutes. Like, come on, bro. What's going on here? 28 minutes. Yeah, no, that's not happening, guys. We're not gonna. And then yeah, 22 minutes for Sol B. That's right. Respawn times are likely to remain fast. The fix is going to be making the mobs harder, right? Because right now the respawn times feel bad because mobs are so easy to kill. So you're just mowing down stuff, then you're getting respawns. You're mowing down the respawns. The game's gonna be so with the balance coming in and mobs being tougher, hitting harder, having more HP, having potentially longer aggro radius as well. It's going to be a lot more difficult, especially with generally faster respawn times than EQ, right? So I think that is the fix on respawn times. It's just making the game harder. But we will evaluate it, right? Like we're gonna evaluate it for sure. Like if there's any tweaks to respawn times, I wouldn't expect there to be any sweeping changes. Maybe like a slight change, but nothing like doubling or tripling the respawns. Definitely not. My design intent with the respawn times has been to make them pretty fast. Like, yeah. What about melee classes that want a solo? Are we able to carry a satchel for bandages? That's a good idea. We could probably do like a first aid kit type thing with like traits, right? And then like put that first aid kit for bandages. I'll make a note of that. That's a good one, Cave Wugzug. Thank you for that. Harder is fine as long as experience per minute isn't different. Well, so it would probably be affected, right? Slightly, because... But the thing is... So we were considering maybe making the experience slightly easier after this change, but we are already doing the 4, 5, 6-man groups, getting more experience, so... we don't know. We don't know yet. We'll figure it out in due time, though. But in general, we're okay with the slower XP. We don't think it's so slow that it, like... You know, we don't want it to be like 10 hours to go from 19 to 20, right? Like, this should be like a couple hours, you know? Like 2-3 hours at the most. Like, if we were giving you like 10-hour levels at that level, then that would just be too slow. That would just... It doesn't even... Like, yeah, obviously we want slow levels, but like, that is just like too slow. It's like you don't get the dopamine ever. It's like, okay, cool. I guess I'll just never level then. You know, we don't want it to be that slow. We want it to be slow, but like glacial, we don't want it to be. Same with TTKs. We don't want TTKs to be glacial. We want TTKs to feel good. Like, long enough that you feel like there's some challenge, short enough that it doesn't feel like you're like just whacking on the same mob for forever, you know? Remember taking over a year to get to max level of 60 in EQ? Eminem is much quicker to level. Well, yeah, part of that is definitely due to the balance and due to the strength of characters and then kind of the weakness of mobs. There's also the knowledge, right, of knowing how to play these games. We still think that people are going to take a long time to level up. People that are more hardcore are definitely going to be shorter, but we still think that it's going to be... Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a grind for even those players, right? That being said, like, it's not going to be like absolute madness, I don't think. But depends on your perspective. Sounds good, Cave Wugzug. Oh, I didn't know that was you. Cool, man. Yeah, we'll have to group sometime. Some of the stuff feels hard to balance / know what the right balance is until players can spread out some. Too many low-level players in the same area. Yeah, I mean, Alpha, though, we do have alpha is very high end oriented at the moment, I would say. I think at some point during the beta we may do a fresh start type of deal. I don't know that we'll ever do like a full wipe. It may be like a secondary server, it may be like a temporary thing, or you know, what have you, right? But at some point we want to test a fresh start scenario within the closed testing, but we're not there yet. We're just not at the point where we are ready to do that, because there's still economy changes to be made, there's still itemization changes, balance changes, system changes, content changes, you name it. TTK is time to kill. Vexforge. TTK is the metric, the global metric that when people talk about like game design and like how long is it a low TTK, which means is it a low time to kill? Is it too short to, you know, like Call of Duty has a low TTK. Overwatch has kind of a more moderate to higher TTK. AKA longer. So yeah, that's what TTK is. So mobs within Monsters and Memories currently have too low of a TTK, especially at the high end. We want to increase that. Players just have substantially more power than we really expected, and I think a lot of this is probably due to like, it's just, you know, we have our own formulas and stuff, right? We're not like fully copying any existing game or anything, right? We have our own way of doing things, so there's some learnings to be had on that, and we just need to have good HP values, good AC values, good resistance values, like, you know. Are we going to see changes to racial starting stats anytime soon? Yeah, that's one of the things that I'll be working on pretty soon. That is a requirement for the beta to begin. So races and classes will be getting that. You'll also be seeing probably just straight on racials, and certain traits will be pruned. God, TTK is instant death with all the cheating. Yeah. Hey, Mer1, thank you for the prime. Thank you for that. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Human racial feels not great. Yeah, I'd imagine that's like, there isn't a lot of mobs that mez. So, that might not be the only thing they get, and there might be tweaks to it. So, I'll make a note on that. Human trait. Some of them, yeah, Tormentor will likely be moved to just racial status as opposed to a trait. But you'll still have to pick major, minor traits and all that good stuff. TTK needs to triple for sandwichy combat. Yeah, like, especially in certain ranges and certain, you know, certain characters are just so powerful, right? Like, the TTK is not what it's meant to be. Can you make it so guards don't kill named mobs? Oh. Let me make a note of that, Sunumi-san. Tsusumi. I can't pronounce names today. Sorry. Yeah, I'll make a note on that one. Even some CC is pointless in small pools. Yeah, we don't want CC to be pointless. Dots are basically useless if DPK is too fast. Yeah. But also, some of the dot lines that I've created are like 30-second max, right? So we have some dot lines that are meant to be like, to help with that. So you get almost full effectiveness on them. Arrows. But yeah, there are some longer dot lines that are obviously not going to get that impact. Epoxia7. Thank you for the 5 tier 1 gift subs. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I should really move this. Man, hold on. Let me see if I can, like... Let me do this. Maybe I just run it so this is away for a while. Yeah, it's been 16 minutes already. Let's just run it. Let's just run it. We'll move it back. Thank you so much again, Epoxia7. That is very generous of you. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Let's get this winner selected. Sneaky Squid 9292. Congrats. Send me your M&M account, email, and Discord. Congrats. And let's see here. Let us also get Mantis Verdant into the test. Our last winner. So let's hide that for now, so you guys can see what's going on here. Okay. Mantis Verdant. You should have access now. And get you on Discord as well. Done. And wait. Try to find you. Oh, there we go. Then we'll do, yeah, just send me over your info. Sneaky Squid. All right, so let's get back to this. We'll be doing another giveaway by the end of the stream, so stick around if you didn't win this one. And, yeah. Congrats to the winners. So, yeah, we talked about respawn times. Individual class kits. Individual class balancing and kits are not yet the main subject of balance. We are still trying to get pacing working across the 60 levels first over the next couple of weeks. That being said, I do keep like a balance spreadsheet for abilities. There's some ability lines that probably weren't pulled into that yet, but in general, most ability lines are. And I am monitoring the balance on some of that stuff, though further changes may require some tweaks, right? This updates new balancing concerns. Fallen Pass. There are simply too many good drops in Fallen Pass. Expect those drops will be redistributed, and some drops may go away, reserved for future content. Upper Saman is currently too safe. New base pop density works will go on here. We'll also be looking at their aggro radius. So high level danger. We are tweaking aggro ranges in the higher level areas on a per area basis. Now, this might not necessarily just be the higher level areas. Higher level areas, definitely. Like, maybe they're just expected to have higher aggro radius. But larger areas, like, that are just scaled bigger, need to have higher aggro ranges. Because it's just generally more spread out. But we're also looking at density and things too, so it's just one of the other knobs that we can tweak, right? Is the same VFX for Charm Beast? I believe it is. I could check. But it might have not got... It may have not got to that ability yet. Oh, it looks like it has. So that's the Charm VFX, if you guys didn't see that one. Pretty cool. And then, yeah, the new Shadow VFX is this, right? So just a, kind of a glow up. Also, if you guys didn't see the heal is very nice. And then there's a persistent shadow cloud basically on the snared swirling shadows target. Do the mez again? Okay. Take your screenshots. Pretty cool. Yeah, I love it. All right. Back to the notes. All right. Itemization. The biggest topic of discussion with regards to itemization is regarding its distribution and availability. Distribution of items across the available archetypes is under consideration. The consensus is we have too many options for melee-type classes. We believe this to be the case. We're actually getting the raw numbers on all of this. We sat down, pulled our data into a spreadsheet, started organizing, like, what's available between this level, this level, this level, this level, this level, this level, all the various ranges. The next step will be pulling in what's available per class. But then there's still, like, nuance to that, right? Because, like, something may be available to a ranger, but they might not want to use it, right? Like, so still pulling info on this and still, like, kind of making sense of it, right? But this is generally what has been the feedback in alpha and our own findings, right? This is also a double whammy going on because of the overall benefit of stacking Wiz/Int. There's no clear benefit other than mana pool. We are considering various strategies here and will update. So, stats. Wisdom and intelligence are being evaluated. Starting stats are being evaluated. So, wisdom and intelligence will probably maybe gain some value in more ways than just, like, increasing the amount of mana it gives. It may give some other value, right? So, yeah. But we'll also just be putting more caster gear in. Class traits. New class traits are in the design phase at the moment. These will automatically be granted to the class. They are not selected in character creation. So, like, this is like the race, or sorry, this is like racials, but for classes, right? Like, what bonuses does a class get? MP5? So we probably won't be giving mana regen on stat. We'll be giving mana regen as a stat, but it'll be a rare stat like haste. We want you to it to be a rare stat or something that a class provides through a buff or aura, etc. Nick, did the team visit leatherworking mats and crafting like you said last stream, or it feels taxing to get leatherworking leveled up? We're over other possessions besides alchemy. We're still looking at that, Outliers. We're still looking at that. Crafting is very much under a microscope right now and very much in flux. We're going to be doing a lot of trade skill stuff very, very soon. Racial traits under design. You've seen some of them. They still could use some iteration, potentially. Trade skills. Blacksmithing is being refactored. Fewer tiers. Distribution of ores will change. Introduction of alloys. Addition of various stat gear at all levels. More variety in the higher skill levels. Trivial levels are being revamped. Recipes are being revamped. Some armors are being taken out. Not necessarily true. Like, they're being pushed to, like, end the game, essentially. So they still exist. However, you won't be seeing them until some time. Rusty to tarnished item stats are being reduced significantly. We talked about this. So rusty and tarnished items will just not be as good. They're being crunched down significantly. So they'll be marginally better than, like, tier 1, right? Scraps will now need to be turned into ingots using a store-bought mold. Molds are being introduced for final crafts. Dependence on special crafting stations for higher level crafts. Dad Jokes, PhD, thank you for the Prime. For the Kirkland Fund, thank you. Well, I guess my new Kirkland Fund is all the glizzies. Oh, okay, Derp Alert. Let me grab that real quick. All right. How's the affiliate upgrade looking? Been pulling in the subs. So what is it looking like? I don't know that I should have streamed a lot more this month. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know. It says I only have 37 out of 100 points, and I need like 100 points 3 months in a row to upgrade from like partner tier 1 to like partner tier 2 or whatever it is, like to get like a bigger split on subs. But it's not really a big deal. It's not, you know, no pressure to like sub or for anything, right? Like it's it is what it is. It's not a big deal. But yeah. So Loose Cipher, also thank you for the Prime. But yeah, the Kirkland Fund is gonna probably be towards kind of more healthy food and not necessarily too many Kirklandia cold brews. I've kicked the cold brews for now, but we'll see how long that lasts. And then yeah, you know, gotta get my hot dog and my glizzies in me from Costco. I was just at Costco today. Had a really good glizzy. Rayland 2Cav, thank you again for the 5 tier 1 gift subs. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is so generous of you. Red666, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gift subs. Appreciate that. By the way, guys, I really, really appreciate the gift subs. The whole thing where it's like you only have 37 points. So this is specific to recurring subscriptions, right? So like I super appreciate the gift subs. The gift subs help me tremendously. It helps support me. It helps support my ability to come on the stream and talk to you guys. But it does not impact that partner plus progression. Only recurring subscriptions, non-prime and non-gifted help with that, I believe, which is really annoying. And so I don't want to like scam you guys out of like if you guys are gifting because of that, please don't even feel the need to, because like, yeah, it is what it is. If I'm gonna get to that partner plus level, I'm gonna get to it, right? So don't even worry about it. But I do really, really, really appreciate all the gift subs. They do help me, and thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate it a lot. So I just wanted to explain that, so you guys aren't like feeling obligated to do that, because that wouldn't be cool. But thank you. Do you at least make any money from gift subs? Yes, definitely. Asteranian, thank you for the tier 2 for 6 months in advance. Dude, that's so generous of you. Oh my god. Yeah, so the tier 2 and the tier 3 actually count for more points than that, and then just like the recurring subs count for points even at tier 1. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you guys. But yeah, no, do I make money off gift subs and prime subs and all that stuff? Yes, I do. And like, since I have been, working on this game full time, pretty much as a volunteer for since August 2024, it is actually extremely helpful. And I was looking at some of the numbers on various things, and like, even compared to my like old job, like this is very, very helpful. Like, so I really appreciate it when you guys sub and support the stream. It really actually makes a difference in my life, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. Yeah, I had a couple stints where I was working full time on the project. I'm currently full time volunteer. I did February 2021 to February 2023. I worked on the project full time as a volunteer, and then as of August 2024, I left NetherRealm, and I've just been working on Monsters and Memories the whole time. So I really appreciate it, guys. It really does make an impact on my life, and glad to do it, and thank you so much for the generosity. But yeah, let's get back to it. Worn Out Plays, thank you for the Prime, and Red Forest Game Dev, thank you for the Prime. Am I by Chicago? Yeah, I'm in the suburbs, but yeah, I was going up to I'm kind of more on the south side of southwest side suburbs, but I was going all the way up north to work at NetherRealm on the Mortal Kombat franchise. So I've worked for them on and off for like 5-ish years, like 5+ years, I would say. But I was doing more contract stuff with them, so that's kind of temporary, right? So from like February 2023 to August 2024, I did a contract with them, and yeah, I don't anticipate going back. Like, Monsters and Memories is almost here, so but yeah, very cool experience, and I learned a lot, and yeah, it's definitely working there has definitely had an impact on Monsters and Memories and what I've been able to bring to the table with it. So Yeah, Otto. What's up, Spinal Dash? And thank you so much, Dolce and Katana, for the Prime. Glad you're enjoying the stream. And thank you, everybody, really, for subbing. I really appreciate it. It's very helpful and very generous of you. So, again, appreciate it. Let's get back to the content, because I don't want to make this too much about me. So, where were we? So dependence on special crafting stations for higher level crafts. So yeah, that will be some of the limiting factor too, because obviously we've had people, lower level people, like able to get really fast up to the higher tiers of crafting. So we kind of want to slow that down. We don't want to add a level restriction because we want crafters to be crafters, but there should be some roadblocks, right? So, tailoring, not imminent. More focus on stat gear, even from low levels, caster focused. More focus on fashion quest. General bags will mostly come from tailoring. Recipes to be revamped. Excuse me. Had a little bit of a cough there. Recipes to be revamped, and dependence on special crafting stations for higher level crafts. Again, same as blacksmithing. Leatherworking, not imminent. Leather acquisition is being revamped, still dropped, but there will be common and specialized hides to tan. Trade skill specific bags will come from leatherworking. Recipes to be revamped, dependence on special crafting stations for higher level crafts. Common theme. Alchemy, more components to be used for other crafts. Makes sense. Like survivalism. Exactly, so survival. New recipes will be added relating to survival in the wild. Augments to campfires, color, AoE effects, radius, see invisible, signal flares, positional flares, fueled shelters, hitching posts for your mounts to make them safe to park in a camp, more camp lighting options, communal food implementation, such as like a stew pot, for example, where players with cooking can activate an AoE food. Water acquisition from nature. Compass, both handheld and placed near a campfire. Other trade skills where work has not started yet, but is intended to be worked on soon. Enchanting, jewel crafting, research, woodworking, fletching, brewing, and cooking. Harvesting adjustments to match the above changes. And then inventory, banking containers, and more housing container options. Please remember, you are in a closed test, or you might not be. Sorry, guys. But hey, we can run a giveaway here in a second, so maybe you will be, maybe you won't. You will see us go through the process of getting combat tightened up. Sneaky Squid 9292, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that very much. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Bows for fletching? Yes, bows for fletching, staves, and maybe other stuff. Did they revamp campfires? Not really. They're still similar. Pretty much the same. So yeah, that is the alpha patch notes. Wish you were in alpha. So much ambience I'm missing out on. Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Let me look at the numbers in alpha right now. Let me look at the numbers. Let me pull up Yield Grafana. The dashboard. Okay, so in the last 3 hours, we got up to 133. Total players right now is 120. I really want to get that number up to like 150. Like that was kind of my target, right? So do we do like at least like a 3 bomber maybe? Go up to 3? Is that fair? Like I know I don't want to get crazy yet. Like I'm not gonna break, in case of emergency, break glass yet, but a little bit more of a chance, just a slight bit more of a chance. Let's just rock a 3 bomber. And let me get Sneaky Squid in there real quick, so he doesn't have to wait any longer. But hold on a second, I'll get that giveaway going in a sec. Counts. That. Then Sneaky Squid, you should be good for alpha access. I don't know that I see you in the Discord though. So feel free to DM me on, it might just be user error on my part, so feel free to DM me on Discord and I'll get you added to the tester channels, but your account should have access now. Alt account? Yeah, maybe. Too many keys going out to fake fans. Heard several people that one stopped logging into alpha because they didn't see enough people on. That is sad. Yeah, I mean, the alpha is a little bit top heavy, so even if you do get in, like, the groups can be maybe a little challenging at the low end. But I mean, that's not to say I'm not gonna give away keys, right? Like, we need to remedy that, right? And we may be doing a wipe soon. Not a wipe, but like a fresh start kind of thing. So, you'd play every day for sure. But yeah, I mean, posting the LFG channel, lots of folks. Yeah, coordinating the LFG channel, that'll help. Fresh start server for beta? I don't know exactly when we would do that. Still being discussed. Because we still need high level testing to happen. So we're not going to be deleting your characters or anything. But we might do for like a couple weeks where it's like, hey, fresh start. Please help us test the low level economy, everything, right? And hopefully people participate in that, even if they're high level and stuff. But we'd probably reactivate our other characters or other server if after a certain point, anyways. So there won't be like a definite wipe, but there would be opportunity to kind of see a fresh progression again. So yeah. So cool. Let me get this giveaway underway. And let me hit start giveaway. Or let me pull this up over here. And then we'll hit start giveaway. Okay, exclamation point giveaway in the chat. 3 alpha keys going out. Play Deadlock, that'll get your blood flowing. I haven't spent much time with Deadlock. But yeah. Well, what do I do now? I guess I can plug like something. Have you guys checked out the other streams of people on the team? Have you checked out our website? Are you in our Discord? You know, do the things. Boot up Fellowship. Nah, too much pressure. I don't want to. Yeah, Quados. Sure, why not? What's up, bud? I don't think so, Viro. We're not trying to like show it off like too crazy, right? That's kind of our policy with mini dungeons. Obviously, like some mini dungeons are more well known to you than others, but we're not trying to necessarily broadcast about our secret mini dungeons. Play any Marvel Rivals? I've definitely played some Marvel Rivals, but not a ton. Hots ARAM, let's go. One of these days, didn't Haas just release a new patch? I feel like they're releasing more patches than I'm used to. So would be fun to jump in there at some point just for funsies. But hey, if you want to follow me on Twitter/X, you can find me on there as Nick Hots. I used to have like 1,700 followers, but now I'm down to like 1,300 or something because I don't play Hots anymore or something. I don't know. Oh, if you haven't followed the channel already on Twitch, make sure you do that just to offset the people that used to follow me for Heroes of the Storm, and then they come into the stream and they're like, why is this guy streaming? What is this? And then unfollow me. So might as well offset that. Definitely check out these cool Twitch channels. Let me type them in because I don't have a thing. Definitely follow these channels. Wow, that looked not great, but hey. It's all in one message. Haas is located on God for Real. It's a pretty fun game. Tiger JK! What's up, buddy? Dude, I sometimes lurk your stream, bud. Keeping the hot stream alive, man. Dude, I'm back. But in game developer format. Grubby's still playing Haas pretty regularly? Yeah, I hopped in his stream like the other night and just like said some random stuff, and then people were like, hey, it's Nick Kotz, what's going on? And I was like, hey, what's up? Then I was like, all right, later. Oh, my dude's swimming. My dude's swimming. We gotta get away from this area. Blizzard needs to remove their head and bring back HOTS? I mean, it exists, but they definitely need to, like, do more with it. I think Microsoft is kind of pushing more for that. So here's hoping, right? Little goblin dude. Is water just Z access based, like draws in negative areas? Well, I know water encompasses like the whole scene, so like, I think if it's like too close to the terrain, and then like something happens like rain or something that causes like the waves to go higher, then it may like clip through the ground. And that's might be what we were experiencing, but I don't work enough with the water on a technical basis that I know the for sure answer on that one. Riot Games needs to get the League of Legends MMO out. Yeah, I saw something about that. Like, I guess a job posting was posted on LinkedIn, and someone was saying it's like is sandbox or something, or has sandbox elements as part of the job description. Sounds good, Kuros. That thing is minus 500 million, reset 8 times. I don't have the sound on, but I'll put it on. I'll put it on. You want me to bring it to you? It'd probably work best. All right, I'll bring it. Hey guys, I got an AFK real quick. Baby monitor needs to go out of here. Be right back. Enter that giveaway. All right, we're back. Sneaking a Kirky right now? Nah. I just had to bring the baby monitor out there. Use the restroom real quick. No, Jack, you should be in there. I don't think it shows all the names. It just shows, like, X amount of the most recent entries. How old is my kid? I have a daughter who's about to turn 3 next month. And I have a son who turns 1 in January. So, yeah. About to ding. Yeah, a couple dings coming up. I already put my daughter on Monsters and Memories a few times. She wanted to come on the stream, but Mom wasn't having it. And to be honest, I'm not really having it either, you know? Like, it's always weird putting your kids out there. But she wanted to come on and say, play monster. Hey guys, play Monsters and Memories. So that's the message from her. Primus MMO, thank you for the raid, buddy. 42 raiders coming in from Primus MMO. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Nick. I'm one of the developers on Monsters and Memories, and we just went through some patch notes from the alpha and kind of like a state of balance kind of manifesto. But yeah, now we're just hanging out. We're doing a quick alpha giveaway. If you are wanting to get into our alpha tests, please do !point giveaway, and we'll be running that. But hey, thanks again, Primus. Hope you had a good stream, buddy. Yeah, get in on that giveaway. Good, good. Hello to you. Percentage of chance just dropped? Yeah, slightly. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. If you have any questions about Monsters and Memories, I'm an open book. Been one of the lead developers on the game since the beginning, really. So, if people win, I usually put them on the kind of like no entry list for future giveaways, just so people don't get mad. But some people might not be on that list because I started doing that after a certain point. So, but yeah, I get you guys are kind of free to do what you want with Well, to be honest, we flag on an email basis, right? So you have to give me an email address. There's no like physical key that you get per se, right? So keep that in mind. Do that. I guess I could do this. Question: are racials going to be a game changer for certain classes? Like an EQ warrior pretty much had to be an ogre for frontal immunity. Not that big of a game changer, right? I don't think I would want to ever replicate something that is so powerful that it's just like it makes it almost like a dumb decision to not be a certain race. Now obviously there's going to be probably reasons to select a race, and I'm sure that people are going to try to min max your decision on that, but the decision will be probably more situational as opposed to like something that's not really situational at all, right? If a warrior is getting hit and they have a chance to get stunned, right? Like they have a chance to get the stun, right? So in EverQuest, the frontal stun immunity isn't really situational. It's like just a straight uppy, you know? Give me a key. You win the giveaway? Goblin Fighter is the only way? Dude, goblins are amazing. Like, just so good. Got good sound effects. Good model, good animations. Like, why wouldn't you want to be a goblin? And, like, they have the most fun, right? They say blondes have the most fun, but it's actually goblins have the most fun. So, Deep Gnome seems interesting. Yeah, Deep Gnome's gonna be a fun one. I think I'm kind of part. I definitely like Goblin, Deep Gnome, Deep Dwarf, Halfling. I like a lot of the shorties, but I also like Human a lot. Blonde goblins have double the fun. Well, there you go. Goblin Inquisitor when? Whenever you unlock it. Whenever you discover the quest to unlock the Goblin Inquisitor. That is when. Are there decent solo / pet classes? Yeah, definitely. Like Bard, Necromancer, Elementalist, Enchanter, Beastmaster. Glowing eyes on Deep Gnome look sick. Agreed. Oh, we updated the Spectre. Maybe I should check that out. Let's do let's see. Make this guy slightly bigger. Oh, he's really... This is kind of too big now, but... Spooky. Alright, let's make him mad, shall we? Let me give myself sow speed. Alright. Uh-oh. He's after me. Dude, he's fast. He's really fast. He's like flying at me. He's like an actual Spectre. We need to get the sounds hooked up. Yo, but those animations though, and look at his Spectre blade. So let me aggro off real quick. Oh, it's hard to see, but there. The bloodied blade. How cool is that, dude? Spectre goes hard. Necropet when? I still gotta pull my work off my laptop. Where is my laptop? I haven't been using my laptop recently. Yes, Necropet is definitely coming in for Spectre. So, yeah, and look at him. He's just floating back. He's just a little floater guy. Did the music stop? Yeah, it looks like the music stopped. Thanks, Talon. Thank you for your vote of confidence and support. The way they fly is so genius. Yeah, the animators really had fun with this guy. And, like, I'm sure Goblin did too, because I'm pretty sure it was kind of illustrated in the concept too. Zach stream ending? Massive work on the Fire Giant. Looks so good. Yeah, I'm excited because I get to populate the where those guys are. But yeah, Spectre, everybody. Looking pretty cool. What's going on with this giveaway? We're almost up to 20 minutes. I should just fire this off, huh? I think it's time to fire it off. 236 entries. All right, we'll give it 20 seconds. Get your final giveaways in. Yeah, I think we could do some stuff with like with our cloth system to like make it a little less stiff, right? So all in due time. Man, he's cool. That specific location is not in testing yet. It's still something coming up, Chicken Plucker. I don't know if they will pop up in any of the existing content or not, but there may be like one-off somewhere, maybe. Halflings can spawn in Falindrel now? Yes. Falindrel is for Wood Elves. It's a Wood Elf city, but we've added halflings there as well. Stiffness is kind of a vibe. Yeah, it is kind of a vibe, right? Like it is. It's cool. I think it. I don't know. I think it's a sick. It's a sick NPC. Let's just be honest. It's pretty cool. All right. Did I say something that sounded like something else? Sorry if I did. All right, let me run the contest, guys. Picking winners now. Has number been tossed around for how many people may be in a raid? We don't have any limits on raid size. There's no instancing. Real J Gotti, the Notorious 188, and Cliffy 12. Congratulations. You are the winner of a Monsters and Memories closed alpha key. Will there be any event that allows you to have more than 6 people in a single group? We haven't decided if we're gonna do like the raid groups yet or not. Oh yeah, chicken plucker. Yeah, I would say the area that it's not the area that I may have been talking about, but I'm also very excited for what is going to be happening with the fire giants. So. Is there a way to buy alpha keys right now? No, we're never gonna sell an alpha key. That would no. But I appreciate you asking, I guess. Glad that you really want to play. All in due time, you know? We don't want to take your money until you've we don't want to take your money until we have a product that you can play. That's how we started. That's how we're gonna go about it. Delirium, I believe they're rigged. They're rigged. So should a large majority of us expect to never get in the alpha, and that's just the way you want it? The alpha potentially, but the beta, we're gonna have a larger influx of people. So like, I think people who want to get into the beta are gonna have a much higher chance of getting in. And the beta is coming soon, TM. Will there be something like a Founders Edition? Probably not for early access, but no, like even so, like we may like sell like a maybe like a collector's edition or something. Like we want there to be value in it, right? Like Founders Edition to me says like, hey, this is our cool way of charging you. This is like our cool marketing buzzword to charge you like $150 or $200 for like the game. We're not even gonna charge a box cost for this game. There's gonna be no box cost. There's gonna be no microtransactions. only thing we're asking is like a $15 a month sub. That's it. You can get a discount on that by subbing for longer. You can have your friend buy you a gift sub, just like Twitch. And there may also be a chance to be the recipient of a gift sub, from like just a random pool that we do, for people that want to kind of donate, right, via the gift sub system. So that's cool. But yeah, in terms of like selling like a founder's edition, yeah, probably not. Like maybe when 1.0 rolls around, we do like a collector's edition cloth mat. We'd probably allow you to just buy the cloth map on our merch store when we do that. We're gonna have all the merch, so that's another way you can support us. But that again will not be coming until after we put the product in your hands, metaphorically. Yeah, Outliers. We're not gonna do anything like that, man. You planning on having physical merch like figurines, etc.? Yeah, absolutely. Gnome body pillows, goblin body pillows, poop socks. You know, like, dude, imagine having some compression poop socks. Like, that's just gonna be necessary for playing this game. Like, it should almost be included, you know? It's like a safety and thing. Keep saying Ashira body pillows until it happens. Yeah, Ashira body pillows for sure. I have a framed Ultima Online map above the desk. Lost my EQ ones long ago. 100% will have an M&M one and frame it from the start. Nice, Chicken Plucker. Yeah, I need to get one myself. I need to dig up my EverQuest cloth map. Nice Hamer. Yeah. No, Red 13. No, definitely not. Yeah, I hope so too, Outliers. That's all anyone has ever hoped for, right? Who knows, right? Wait, what, Tormentor? Confused, but I'm kind of smooth brained, so. Oh. I see what you're saying. Gotcha. No, it's Chicken Plucker. Don't mishear what I said. Maybe add new face for character creation and items for housing. Yeah, we're adding items for housing. We're definitely going to be adding new faces and new customization options for sure. How do I get an alpha key? Basically, just get lucky at the giveaways. And with the start of beta, there will be a lot more luck because there will be a lot more opportunities to get in because we'll need more people. Nick, was the issue raised by Ollie on October 16th fixed in the latest notes? I can't tell if that's what the new notes addressed or not. Which issue, BG 834? The bear scene from Super Troopers? Yeah. It's a good one. show up every stream, and even if you don't get an alpha key, you'll have a ton of stream points to highlight text.
Digital Hex just cheered 100 bits.
Digital Hex, thank you for the 100 biddies. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you. When is the beta dropping? Can we stream beta? The start of beta will probably be embargoed still, but beta is dropping basically when it's ready. I think we've set like just like an internal date of Christmas. But that's not necessarily indicative of when it will drop. That's just like, hey, we're trying to do this by end of year. Hopefully we do it sooner. But if we don't, then end of year. And if not by end of year, then we should probably figure out what we're doing. But I don't view beta as very far off. We are making really good strides towards beta. Beta by March. Early access will be happening sometime in Q1. Any plans on reworking feigned death mechanics? Found some talking about an exploit on Discord. Uh-oh, exploits. Please DM me any exploits on Discord. But, yeah, there's gonna still be some additions to feigned death, like after a certain amount of time of being feigned death, you're probably just going to get the full Membler effect, and then you'll get a message about it. And then also the other thing we're looking at, potentially going to look at is probably going to look at, almost most definitely going to look at is, like, when mobs are dropped by feigned death, like, how long does it, like, what's the randomness and, like, time variance on that? Because some people have complained that mobs return home too closely together. So we may have to adjust that as well. But other than those couple things, probably not too much. Feigned death stopping mob heal. Oh, so you're saying that mobs don't have their out of combat regeneration rate if you feign death them? Oh wait, no, like it interrupts their heal. It like interrupts cast, right? Pretty sure I saw that one. Yeah. Feign death. Let's make a note. Q1 would be January to March. Yeah, I mean, ideally, we don't have to go to the end of March, but the target that we've given, which is Q1, goes to the end of March, right? So if we really, really, really need the time, or we, like, really want the time, then we may do that, but we'll see. Gotcha, dude in the basement. We'll take a look. We'll definitely take a look. Hopefully we could get that in a better state. All right, let me see if I got whispers for these. Let's see if I got any of the whispers. So, Cliffy12 got Real J Gotti. Got you. And So we get them in. Get those done real quick so they can get on to their alpha gaming. Can the Discord get a revision to break down the trade skills into sections for discussion/suggestions? Yeah, I've been thinking about that lately because there's some like other Discords, like guilds and stuff, that have like a ton of feedback forums, and it'd be cool to like do some of the stuff that they're doing. So yeah, I'll chat with Sean and Ollie about how we want to handle that. Because there definitely could be more organization in the forums. Certainly. Parsing more feedback. Oh God. I tried to copy like a post into Chat GPT, and then like I was like, oh wait, Discord doesn't let me highlight all the text. Because like, you know how like when you scroll in Discord, it's like more messages below. And then like, I don't know, there's probably some way I could figure it out, right? Like there's probably some way around that, but like innately it was not the play. Might have to do it the old-fashioned way, you know? So we got Gotti in here. Congrats, Gotti. You should have access. Then let's get Cliffy 12. Let's see what's going on here. Got the account flagged. Now let's get the Discord flagged. Done. Mud feels clunky to me. Will it be getting any attention? I think we're going to continue to improve the mud system, both in terms of content and functionality. So, yeah, it's just when and how we decide to prioritize that. But in general, I mean, it may just feel clunky to certain people, right? Like, it's not exactly like a modern feeling system, right? Yeah, no worries, Real J Gotti. Glad you're excited. Mud needs a lot of work. What would be the things that about it that need the most work, would you say? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tribori. Yeah, it's hard to like avoid a Discord, right? Like Discord servers are like a black hole. Like you don't like sometimes you like want to distance yourself from a Discord server, but then it just sucks you back in, and then you're just like sucked into the like vitriol. Like obviously, like I like to think that our Discord community and our community in general is just like really chill and fun. But yeah, I mean, the bigger the game gets, the bigger the community gets. Like, you know, there's just more and more of like random stuff. But I would say if you're in the Discord, try to be cool, try to be chill, try to be nice to people that don't understand what this kind of game is about yet. Just be patient with people. Try to be 20% nicer, you know? Like, I think do what you can. Because we definitely want to foster like a chill, fun community. We don't want the type of community where it's like people are constantly like getting into arguments about like pointless shit. Like, I want the devs to prioritize this. I want them to. They shouldn't. That idea is stupid because the devs need to prioritize this instead of prioritize that. Like that. Those kind of conversations are like so lame. It's like how do you know that's what we should prioritize? Like, you know, like why? Like I don't know. I just don't want it to be one of those communities where it's just like lame. Like I feel that our community is pretty chill and like we do our best to shut down like lame behavior, but we also don't like to have I personally don't like to have to do that. Like I don't find it cool to lord over people and be like, I'm the internet moderator, like you guys better shape up, you know? Like I think that's so lame. I don't like that. Like, I don't want to have to time people out. I don't want to have to ban people. I just want people to be chill and kind of just be chill with each other. Are there any plans to give bards more resist songs other than magic, an upgraded version of said songs? Probably. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. We're all adults here, and some adults choose to nerf Spellblade proc rates. I mean, we're gonna have to look at those the damage values, I think. But yeah, sorry. But hey, just do what you need to do to make those go higher, right? Like, you know, like that. There should be something you could do, right? Assuredly. Yeah, no, I know. People in game are generally nice and helpful. Yeah, I think so. Like, oh god, the swimming's back. I think we might need a new place to hang out, guys. Hold on, let me do the thing here. It's my spot for the stream. My stomach is growling. I think I might need to get another glizzy. But I think Costco is closed at this point. I'm sure it doesn't help. There's water underneath terrain. Yeah, the water extends the whole scene, basically, right? I don't know that that's the play, but I don't know that it's not the play either. I think we just need... I think it's just whatever the... Like, the new water tech, like, raising up or whatever. I don't know. What if Zone needs a boss that kill newbies like the Croc? Yeah, they could use something more, for sure. Falling into the dark water under the zone is terrifying. It is. It really is, yeah. Is there a focus command to have another target window up? Not currently. It's possible we do something like that eventually. We'll probably also be doing, we'll definitely be doing mouse over cast, right? So like mouse over healing, stuff like that. So instead of like instead of having to have me targeted, you can have like, well, now I don't have it targeted, but like if I go to that Spectre, if I have him targeted and I want to heal somebody in my party, pretend this is a party member, then I could just like press my heal button and then it'll heal that party member while I still have the Spectre targeted. If I do this right now and this is just myself, it'll heal myself. But being able to like off heal somebody in your party while you're hitting a target is pretty nice, right? And then also being able to mouse over a unit in the world, right, or a mob or player, an entity, and also be able to mouse over cast like that will be nice. But yeah, focus target, maybe, yeah. Like, I could see that being a thing. Heal target of target is nice. Yeah. Well, we're not going to do the offensive and defensive targets. I'm not a fan. I know what benefits it does have. Like, I know some games have used it. Just wanting to go more classic with the targeting. Not make it too complicated. Where's patch notes? Did we happen to fall way off the tracks? No, we finished the patch notes, actually. So we're at 3 hours. I'm maybe thinking about potentially wrapping up. I could work on some ability stuff. But tomorrow we have an early day. We're throwing a Halloween party for our kids. Well, specifically mostly for our daughter because she's going to have some friends over. Some friends and parents are coming over, so it might be a raid out angle. I definitely want to hang around for a few more minutes and answer some questions, though. Focus target of targets. Focus target. Oh god. My bard remarks have been ignored. Bards seem largely underwhelming. They are clutch, mez, and charm kite machines. Is there any hope for them to have real utility in groups? A good bard's group typically changes the entire dynamic of a group, but just seem lacking in any diversity or use outside of mez/charm. What kind of utility are you looking for? It might be just a matter of like getting more stuff in and making sure their ability lines are fleshed out and stuff. But I do think bards have good utility. They'll probably get more stuff, like more little tools. But yeah, clutch mez and charm machines, but have no utility. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously Bard is a very heavy utility class, so if we'll make sure that we're hitting the mark on that. I think as the balance gets more challenging, Bards will feel nicer to have around. Like, maybe you'll notice the impact more, because right now, like, you don't necessarily need them, I think is the issue. Any other news on in-game random events of GM-style events like Quake? I keep hearing about Blood Moon. No updates on it, but it's something that we've wanted to get in for a while and we'll eventually be getting in. You know, like we it's a matter of implementation, but also designing them out, like what we want them to do, and then design implementation as well. But yeah, and there's more that we want to do than just blood moons too, right? But yeah, all in due time, basically. Nice, Salacious. Before you go, please add Ranger back to the Witchblade. Sorry for same message. You'll have to send me that one. I mean, I could probably look it up, but... Make it out. Be cool to getting full loot event. Be cool to see getting a full loot event. I'd like Bard to have a little stink on it this time because outside of songs, they didn't really contribute. Nobody used their dots in raids. Nobody cared about their melee contribution because it was so low, no double attack, etc. So it really was 1, 2, 3, 4 resist songs or haste in the main tank group, where you were lucky you ran lead on fear trains. Yeah, we still gotta wait for the Bard to, you know, the whole the grift angle, right? So, you know, I've already done this with druids and shamans where we took away their hot stacking. You know, that do a quick outrage bait and then just give them back their toy, and then like, you know, you get in their good graces, right? So we're still waiting for the Bard double attack angle to return. You know, just to get all the bards love and admiration. But yeah, you know, having some more that they can do besides those things that you listed would be nice for sure. Hopefully the hope is that their damage is quite good without having to need double attack, but we'll have to actually see if that's the case or not. And then also maybe add some cool utility that's more unique and new. To answer your mud response, in case you didn't see it, more input variations, italicized wording, so people that may have dyslexia or other impairments. Too many people I know forego questing because tired of fighting NPC responses take forever to figure it out. But yeah, some of that stuff is probably not going to change, just because like we want you to figure stuff out. Now this may mean that it is more challenging to figure out in certain cases. And it may be challenging more from an accessibility point of view, which is unfortunate. But I don't know. Well, maybe there's something we could do there. Like, we've talked about maybe like a screen reader type of thing, or you know, like accessibility option in that it reads to you certain things. So yeah, we'll definitely look into that, but can't promise that we're gonna like make it obvious what you need to do, you know. But it would be good to have some accessibility that doesn't like ruin the fun for others, right? Bards might need a cool, big situational cooldown, like Pallies and stuff that could save. Yeah, more cooldowns for Bard, and then also some more rotational-based cooldowns. I hate calling it rotational because it's not necessarily rotational, but that's the best term I could come up with. Is Necro always doomed to be battery in 6-mans? I don't think so. Their damage may need to come up, but need to evaluate that one. Like, we're probably going to add more dots. I think they do decent damage. Like, I didn't think they did poor damage. But maybe they do. I don't know. Y'all reverted healer stacking? Yeah, so we reverted the hots not stacking per shaman and per druid. So 2 druids can use their unique heal lines together, and 2 shamans can do the same. They shouldn't stack, like, you shouldn't be able to stack like 5 of the same hots on different tiers though. So like, even if you're the same shaman, you can't use like your number 2 hot, your number 3 hot, or whatever, right? If it's the same line. You can stack the cooldown based, long cooldown based spore discharge with the spore line though, the normal spore line. TTK going up will help. Yeah, exactly. There'll be more of a need to, like, there'll be like that much more boost to DPS, that much more boost to regen, and right now TTK is already fast, and regen is not as needed because people, like, tanks don't need as much healing necessarily. I don't know, it depends. Like, some people are getting owned, and some people are just like mega tanky. So it'll, once we figure that all out with the balance, then I think bards will still do stuff. Damn, Nick, you're still alive? Yeah, Goblin, are you getting on, man? You want a fat raid? Because I'm about to raid out. I don't know who's on. I should start checking about that. We gotta keep this party going, you know? Who do I even have on? Looks like Zach has signed off for the night. You'll stream? Fired up, dude. Fire up. L stream. Can we get our own debuffs on the target uniframe so we can see dots, etc., without having to run a second chat window? Have to stare at chat for resist, ticks, debuffs wearing off, etc. Yeah, so that's a common question. Kisnix. Basically, we need to have a talk in the team with what we're okay with, what we're not okay with, and essentially kind of align on how we want to handle that. But I think there are ways that we can do that without it feeling like it's cluttering the UI. And that's really the big goal, right? Because, like, if you play, like, for example, EverQuest live default UI, and you are, like, in a raid and, like, you have a target or whatever, or some, like, MMOs where you see, like, all the buffs ever on a target, on all your party members for some reason. Like, too much information like that is just, like, it's actually a deficit, I would say. But, like, being able to have, like, good defaults, and also being able to, like, whitelist certain buffs and like blacklist certain buffs. I think like that's the goal, right? Like not having an information overload and making the screen look terrible. Classes in this game feel so much more well-defined than most finished MMOs. Great job thus far on avoiding overlap and slop. Thanks, BGA34. That's really kind of you to say. I do my best. Things aren't perfect yet, but they'll keep getting better. I wish classes could be like the only thing that I ever work on, but it's just not the case. Like, but I am myself and people on the team are putting a lot more effort into classes lately, so hopefully you guys see some of that and enjoy it, and look forward to some of the more additions that are coming. Having the option to turn UI details on and off at player's choice is best. Yeah. I just wouldn't want a situation where like even the defaults are like bad, right? Because there's going to be a certain degree of players that just don't they just don't they don't interact with that, right? They just are like, okay, I'm just cool with everything default. So I wouldn't want it to just be terrible by default. If people want to screw up their screens and make them all crazy, then probably that should be a thing. Maybe. But, yeah. You know what it is. Enchanter and Wizard are a blast. Glad you like them. Let's see here. Oh, looks like Goblin has gotten his stream up. So I guess we'll raid out here momentarily. Let me see, any more questions? Are there any restrictions on NDA for closed alpha? Yeah, so guys, I know some of you have been saying in the chat, talking about your experiences in alpha. We're trying to keep it like, there's no NDA, but like, try to keep it on the down low a little bit so people don't get mad, jealous, etc., right? And then obviously there's a streaming and video embargo. You can record, you can't post from closed alpha. You can save and post that later. What's it called? And then, yeah, just no streaming, obviously. That will continue into beta, but maybe at some point during beta that will be lifted. And, yeah. Key giveaway before you hit the road? I give away 3, or I give away 5, so that's pretty good for a stream. Though, I will be probably... I'm trying to think next time I'll stream. Maybe I rock a Sunday stream? Not 100% sure on that one, but... probably Sunday, and then maybe mid next week, or early, depending. Like, I could see maybe like a Tuesday or a Thursday next week. Is Sean Monday, Wednesday? Or wait, he's Wednesday, Friday? I can't even remember. But, hey guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up here. We're gonna raid over to Goblin, so stick around. Please don't touch that dial. Let's give him a nice, healthy raid. But, hey, thank you so much to everybody who subbed and gave bits and followed and donated and all that stuff. Really, really appreciate all the support. It's really, really helpful to me. Really appreciate it a ton. And yeah, thanks for just coming to the stream and talking to me. That's really the fun part. Like, I love actually streaming. Like, I'm renewing, and my passion for streaming is definitely back. So, thank you for making that passion alive again for me. Both by supporting the game and supporting the stream. So, big props to you guys, and big thank you. And yeah, just be on the lookout for more streams. Follow me here on Twitch if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter. I should post on there when I go live, but I don't. But I will eventually. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a good weekend, a safe weekend, and yeah, let's get that raid going. Thanks everybody. Have a great night. See you next time. Hang out in Goblin stream. He's a fun watch. I'll probably be in there a bit. And may you never know. Maybe we will give away a key in there. We'll see. Maybe a one bomber. We'll see. Yeah. All right. Have a good one, guys.